Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nowadays, I need to drink water a lot. I talked to the doctor, and doctor suggested that not only I have to drink lots of water, but also I have to think about my food. To cut sugars from my diet, and I had to change my bread from white bread to whole wheat bread. It means that bread should have everything, not only white. White bread is not good at all. So today I'm going to talk about girls' power. But before I talk about girls' power, I went to brush my teeth. My teeth is very important for eating food. Not my teeth. Everybody teeth is important for eating food. If you want to eat a healthy food, you have to take care of your teeth. So I went and brushed my teeth before I preach about girls' power. And as you know, when you're aging, I'm talking to those people who are aging like me. I have aged gracefully, and I am 45 years old now. It was about 20 years ago that I immigrated to Canada. On 23rd of April 2002, I immigrated to Canada and I leave behind my past. I left Iran and I don't intend to go back to Iran. Never ever I go back. So let's move forward and talk about girls' power. In the Word of God, we read, charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Proverbs 31:13. Really, maybe you are beautiful. Maybe you are beautiful from outside. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you are beautiful from outside. Maybe you're sexy. That's why some girls, they go out and I dress somehow to show how sexy they are, right? They separate themselves from inner side. The inner side is separated from outside. Normally, when we are not connected with our inner being, we just want to show off how beautiful and sexy, how handsome we are. Is applied to men also. But today I'm talking about girls. If you intentionally, sorry, I have to drink a lot of water today. If you intentionally put a distance between your inner being and your out appearance, then what happens? What happens is you show others. You don't need to put a mask. Really, you don't need to put a mask. Just go outside and put a bikini, go to beach and wear a bikini and show everybody how sexy you are. But you put a distance between your outside, your appearance, and your inner being. That's why the Word of God said, charm is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord is so be praised. That's why we need women of God. Sometimes men think that they know everything. Men, they say, oh, I am a man of God and I know everything. Let me give you bad news. Women of God also knows everything. You are not the only one. That's why we need more women of God, like my future wife. Girls' power comes not simply from gender or cultural validation. Some girls want to show how sexy they are, but power comes through Christ's desire for all people in the kingdom. And the immense responsibility that we as Christian, male or female, must reflect such a profound love as His. So, who is responsible for girls' power? Of course, the only power that girls should be proud of is the God's power. If you think that you have power over a man and a man is obsessed with you and you have control over that man and you can manipulate and you play with that man, maybe you're right. But it's not a real power. The real power comes from God, not from Satan. That some people go and sit in a place of Satan worshiper and thinks they know everything. They are certain that if they go and sit on a place of Satan worshiper, whatever they say, it happens. I know a false teacher in the church said, oh, if I say something happen, it will happen. I know that. I've been there, you guys. When I say something, I saw that I say. I never say something that is not true. Whatever I say is true. So there is a lot of mistakes in the case of girls and girls' power. In the past, during 2,000 years ago, in Middle East, at least they declare that. The Muslims say that. I don't know if it's true or not. And 1,500 years ago, people of Saudi Arabia, they didn't like having a girl. So they bury girls alive. When they found out mother have a girl, they buried that girl. I don't know if it's true or not. That's Muslim declaring. They didn't like to have a girl at all. They didn't. They didn't like that. They only want to have a boy. Why? Do you know? There should be one for that. If you think, I don't know if it's true or not, but there should be a reason for that. The reason is they want to carry the generation after generation. Even up to now, when a girl marries, they change the family name. And all the children get the name of the father, not the mother. Generation after generation, the family names come from the father, not from the mother. So they want, when you want to keep up the family name going, if you want to, family names goes on and on and on, 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, you should have a boy. If you have only a girl, your name doesn't carry on, right? So they didn't like to have a girl. But the girl's power doesn't come from family name. And some make another mistake. You know, when you exercise, you need to hydrate yourself. That's what I'm doing right now. I am exercising my authority. I am exercising my authority to talk the word of God. That's why I need a lot of water to hydrate myself, my body. Some make another mistake. I was talking about mistakes. Today is all about mistakes. Some people make another kind of mistakes. یه جور دیگه اشتباه میکنن. That's what they say. Stay wherever you are and tell me whatever you need. All right? That's totally mistakes. That is totally a big mistake. Even Iranians say that. ایرانیان میگن که اشتباس اگر یک زنی رو، یک دختری رو بذاری توی اتاق، بذاری توی خونه، در قفل کنی، بگی همینجا میمونی، حق نداری جای دیگه بری، هر چی که میخوایی من برات فراهم میکنم. اصلا همه چی رو براش بیار، از بیرون هر چی که میخواد بخر، ببر بهش بده. That's not love. At least it is not a real love. To say someone, stay wherever you are and whatever you need, tell me. It's not a real love. You guys, listen to me, you guys. Every one of us has free will. It doesn't matter. You are a believer or non-believer. Maybe you are not a believer. You are not a believer. But still, you have free will. You see, who is responsible for the mandate? Vaccine mandate. Who is responsible? When you see you must, when you see you have to, it's against free will. You cut the free will that God give it to me and you and me. God give us free will. When you want to stay with us, we have free will. God give us free will. So why you say you have to, you must? Why? It's against the word of God. It's against the basic things that God gives you and me. So you better shut up. You better shut up. Every one of us has free will, no matter if it's believer or not believer. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. So if you are afraid, I suggest read this verse all the time. You can read this verse 1:9 every day. Every day you can read the word of God. Joshua 1:9. When you read this verse and you know that it is from God, it is very word of God. It is very true word of God. Joshua 1:9. That's why I took 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. That's why I'm exercising my authority. And do not let your adorning be external. The braiding of hair and the putting on of gold jewels or the clothing you wear. And let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is God's side, is very precious. So let's go back to the first. I was talking about beauty appearance. I was talking about that. At the first, I didn't start with the story. I started with beauty, external beauty. That is, I said you don't need to mask to show yourself are beautiful. Yeah, I know. Some girls, some women are ugly. They have to put a lot of makeup. I know somebody who is so ugly that she needs to put a lot of makeup and she should have a giant nail to make herself beautiful. She has to force herself to be beautiful because she is ugly. What can she do? The only thing she has to do is putting makeup on. But do not let your adorning be external. If you want to have a jewels, I suggest first get a beauty inside and then you can have a jewels. Or if you want to show off with your clothes, you better be something hidden in your heart. A gracious woman gets honor, and violent men get riches. Proverbs 11:16. So, women who age gracefully and women who act graciously, this is two different things. This is two different things. You may react gracefully, or you may age gracefully. When you grow up and you don't get sickness, or your appearance doesn't get ugly easily, then you age gracefully. When somebody look at you, it doesn't seem your age, right? So a gracious woman gets honor. If you act gracefully, then you are gracious. But violent men get riches. What does it mean? I was looking for a translation, for interpretation for this. Some people say that, oh, ما وضعم خوبه. من مرد خدا هستم وضعم خوبه. Sometimes I have to switch to Farsi language. Sorry about that. Violent man, in چیه? That's a violent man. Get punished. Those men who act like jerk will be punished. So let me close this. What the power comes from? Power, real power comes from God. And if you are so certain about your appearance and how sexy you are, and you think you have a power over men, some people say, I put that man on my finger, I have control over that. Let me give you a bad news. That's not real power. Your power is so temporary. So, and about men, I told you all about girls, and about men, I want to conclude about men. If you say, stay wherever you are and tell me whatever you need, that's another mistake. یه جور دیگه داری اشتباه میکنی. Because you cannot lock somebody in some place, no matter in the church. You cannot lock somebody in a home. You cannot lock somebody in a church. You cannot say somebody is stationed there. He shouldn't be somewhere else. And it's totally wrong, you guys. I hope you get the message today. Peace of God be with you all.